What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cab show. We really some crazy times, right, in 2020 in our society, and I want to talk about this kid named Kyle Rittenhouse. I said Adam Rittenhouse. I went to a high school with a kid named Adam Rittenhouse, so it makes sense why I said that. But Kyle Rittenhouse, he's a 17-year-old kid, and he arguably he showed up at this protest with an AR-15. And I understand there's so many different types of stories out there in our society telling us different things and all this crap. At the end, my whole thing is why show up with an AR-15? And so many people are telling me, well, Cap, it's because he was protecting a business. He was doing this. It's self-defense. That's what it's called, Cap. It's called self-defense. So an AR-15, dude, that's self-defense? You know what I'm saying? I have a huge problem with this. He's 17 years old. I get it. There's a $2 million bond. His lawyer's coming out and saying, look, it's self-defense. If this is not self-defense, then we cannot protect ourselves as Americans. And I agree with that, right? I agree with self-defense in that situation, but it's just like, hold up. We have to understand the whole process of why this kid even showed up here. Okay, yes, I get it. You're protecting a business, but do you know why people are protesting in Wisconsin because of this? Do you understand the reasons? It's because a man named Jacob Blake got shot 7 times in the back. I get it, and there's situations dealing with Jacob Blake. He could have handled it differently for sure. I feel like the officers could have handled it differently instead of shooting him in the back. You know what I'm saying? 7 times? I have a problem with that too. I have a huge problem with that. I feel like the officers maybe could have handled it differently. Tackled him into the car. Tased him. And there are sources that saying they are tased. And a lot of people to the right or the left saying, look, he had charges prior. I'm talking about this Jacob Blake temporarily. So to me, it was just like, I get it. We all make mistakes as humans, but it gives you no right to unload a clip, almost a full clip. 7 shots, bro. You know what? Am I out of the line or what? But Kyle Rittenhouse, you understand, you went to this protest, people are protesting because of Jacob Blake, okay, because of a shooting, okay, and you show up to a protest with an AR-15 loaded. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, what was he thinking prior before even showing up? When he loaded his AR-15, what was going through his mind? You know what I'm saying? What was he thinking? What was he just thinking? Hey, look, it's gonna be peaceful. It's gonna go all right. Nothing's gonna be wrong here. What? I think the whole intentions were not peace, right? Because if you were going to a protest and it was peaceful protest, quote unquote. Obviously, we see it today with the looters, the rioters. I get it. I don't support that. I don't support the business being shut down. And I get it. If I'm having a business and I want to protect my business, I will definitely have like a handgun. Probably not an AR-15. But my whole thing is if Kyle was protecting a business, I saw different types of videos come out where he was not in front of a business. You know what I'm saying? He was in the street. Yes, and I understand there was a guy pointed a gun at him, self-defense. There's another skateboard. But my whole thing is with Kyle Rittenhouse, he will get off on self-defense. Okay, which that's part of life. That's self-defense. I get it. Someone else has pointed a gun at you. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You got an AR-15, but yet someone points a handgun at you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do? It's some real shit, and I first saw the videos, I was like, man, this is like Grand Theft Auto in real life. This is GTA in real life. Adam Rittenhouse, look, even in great GTA, there's no self-defense in GTA. If you shoot somebody, you're getting a couple stars on you from the get-go. My whole thing was crazy because, I saw kids, running after him. He tripped and fell. He was running to the police with his hands up with the AR, obviously, strapped to him. But the whole crazy thing, my whole thing was, man, we just seen police just walk right by this kid. And this is the definition of white privilege. And a lot of white people out there are like, you're way off on this, Cap. This is white privilege. If this was a black man or a Hispanic man with an AR-15 in the street, you're going to tell me these cops are going to walk right past them? Yo, that's bullshit. They are going to confront you and at least ask you questions. If not, it's really going to go south. You know what I'm saying? So him being white definitely was white privilege of just, hey, cops, hey, just go on, right? You have an AR-15, but go on. We seen other people give him waters. You know what I'm saying? I get it, protecting what happened though. You know what really happened and transpired in this whole situation? Kyle Rittenhouse. I keep saying that. Kyle Rittenhouse. What cost him? Well, it cost 2 lives. Whether it's self-defense or not, you showing up with an AR-15 loaded, it costs 2 lives, 1 hurt. That's what it cost you. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. The lawyers, can say what he want. He's gonna get off. That's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? But I want people to understand that this is somewhat white privilege. Why? Because, like I was saying earlier, we would never see a Hispanic or a black man walking down the street with an AR-15 and cops just walking right past them. You know what I'm saying? I saw the video of it. Yes, and I saw this kid go at Kyle. And really, I think it was a skateboard cat or whatever, and he ends up getting shot in his arm or maybe his lung. And I believe that guy ended up dying. But my whole situation dealing with Kyle Rittenhouse, what I don't agree with, and then, yes, I get it, self-defense and all that. What I don't agree is with you showing up with an AR-15. I have a huge problem with that. To a protest that a man got shot. There's something wrong here. I don't think Kyle was really thinking straight. Yes, he's 17 years old. We have people in politics come out and say, look, 17-year-old people make mistakes. They do. When I was 17 years old, I was egging cars and TPing houses, not freaking carrying an AR-15. You see the difference? You know what I'm saying? Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference, what I'm trying to tell you? There's a big fine line here. And Kyle definitely crossed it. I think he crossed it before even this all went down, dude. You know what I'm saying? Lives were lost here. This is some serious shit, dude. Homicides. And I get it. Self-defense, all this shit. We want to get right down to it, though. Really, what happened? There's felony charges on Kyle today that they're trying to get him. First-degree intentional homicide. And in Wisconsin, you have to be over a certain age, which is 18. Now, there is restrictions like 16, 17-year-old if you're going hunting. But we saw the mayor come out and say, look, we understand that Kyle was not going hunting here. He showed up to a protest, dude. And I feel like his intentions at this protest were not peaceful, bro. You're going to tell me these were peaceful intentions. We have to understand the intentions of a man. And I understand he's 17. He's not even an adult yet. But going in, it's just like, what was he thinking the whole time? This was a huge mistake. And I get it. You pointed a gun, people beating Kyle. I don't understand. If I'm at this protest and I see a cat walking down with an AR-15, I'm not gonna go at him, dude. Why? That's just ignorant. That's stupidity. Even if I was strapped, I wouldn't go at some dude with an AR. We're talking assault rifle here. We're talking military type gun shit, bro. This is real life. This is happening in 2020, bro. I thought the violence and all the hatred, all the racism was over, but yet it's obviously it's not, dude. To me, it's crazy, dude. And we're coming out with different sources, all different types of stories. I just seen certain videos. Yes, and this was self-defense, the video I seen where a kid came over and hit Kyle. I don't know what it was. He was attempting, I don't know if he was trying to hit him or reach for his gun. But anyway, Kyle ended up shooting the gun off. And this is an example of, imagine if you didn't bring the gun. And a lot of people are saying, well, Kyle would be a dead man. Come on. They weren't going to beat him to death. If he did not bring this AR-15, we're talking 2 lives are still alive. These lives were not going to be lost had he not bring this AR-15 is what I'm saying. You catching my drift now? So I think if he didn't bring the AR-15, I think, a lot more things would have been smooth. This is some real shit, but we're coming out with different stories, and I understand that media comes out with so much different type of shit. It's like, what do we believe? But there was an interesting story. There was a school in Dallas. They had assignments, and they had a list of heroes, and Kyle Rittenhouse was on that list. This was in Dallas, dude. This was recently. And I was thinking, man, heroes? Are we really, is this a true hero? We're talking about a 17-year-old kid here, showing up to a protest with an AR-15. That's a hero? That's a hero. Hey, is that peaceful mindset hero? No, that is not. That's hatred. I believe that's hatred in the heart coming from somebody who I get it. And a lot of people are like, well, Cap, he went to go protect the business. That's what he went to go do. He went to go and protect his business. So his whoever business it was, that's what the sources I'm hearing from. God knows what really truly happened of why he went there. Sources are telling me he's from Illinois. He went to this protest in Wisconsin, crossed state borders with an AR-15 underage. So, not to mention more laws he's breaking here. But over time, obviously, the lawyer, he's going to obviously already hired. He's going to get off, dude. He's going to get off on self-defense strictly because of the videos we saw, with people attacking Kyle here. But like I said, my whole main concern with this whole story is why bring an AR-15? Seriously, you really need an AR-15 to protect a business, bro? And I get it. We're seeing it across the United States right now. All the riots, all the looting. We're seeing what's going on in Portland right now. It's crazy in Portland, dude. It is crazy. We're seeing all the shootings in Chicago. Yet we don't really hear as much with the shootings in Chicago like we should be, right? But hundreds of people are dying in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But yet, in the news today, we always hear about COVID this, COVID that. But what about the kids that are dying in Chicago, getting shot, homicides, day after day? This ain't every other day. This is every single day. This is happening, bro. This is real life. This is not Grand Theft Auto. This is not a video game. This is real life. So I think overall, dealing with guns, I feel like as a society, we need to put restrictions on it. Obviously, there are certain states with different restrictions. But my whole thing is, he's getting another thing with dealing with a dangerous weapon under the age of 18, misdemeanor. There's a lot of charges on Kyle right now where it's going to, it's an uphill battle. And another interesting thing is dealing with Kyle is, we have to understand, there was a video that came out that surfaced where Kyle was hitting a woman. And I'm thinking, wow, and I get it. This is a completely different situation than the protest and what we saw with him carrying the AR-15. Completely different. And I feel like, yes, it is really to minimize him, right? Minimize him as a person. But to me, it's just like, we're really starting to really dig deeper into this Kyle scenario, right? Hitting a woman, domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Who's the real bad guy here? You know what I'm saying? Is it the people that were going after him for some reason? And I think, over time we will find more details to this. We will over time, but I think overall, should Kyle be locked up? I do. I believe Kyle Rittenhouse should be locked up for some time, and here's why. I think the whole intentions of Kyle showing up to this place, no matter what his plan was to protect the business, no matter what the cause was, my whole thing was the one step he messed up was loading his AR-15 and bringing this AR-15 to this protest. There's a big fine line here. I think this is huge. This was a mistake. That's why I think he should be locked up, is strictly because he brought this AR-15, number one. Number two, what was on his mind? Do you think peace was on his mind by showing up with this? Do you think peace was going to come out of this? Seeing everything in the media before this all happened, I assume he definitely saw stuff that's happening in Portland, across America today, all the riots, George Floyd. We've seen all this type of stuff that's happening. So to me, it was just like, obviously Kyle knows what's going on. In him bringing this AR-15, he had that mentality, that mindset of, hey, if things go bad, I'm shooting, self-defense. I'm shooting, and I think really that's the wrong way our society's going today. That's what the youth, that's what we're kind of teaching the youth today. If things go bad, shoot. Shoot first, ask questions last. That was like Kyle's slogan to me. Shoot first, ask questions last. It's backwards, dude. We got to ask questions first, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is completely insane to me. It's crazy. We're seeing it. We're dealing with the police, dealing with everything that's going on, dude. This is real shit, dude. This is real life. I'm thinking, dude, what is going on? We need peace in America. That's what we need. We need peace. We don't want to go to war. We don't want to see a World War III. And the way we're going today, if we see a World War III, we're going to be screwed. Why? Because of the money we lost and the lives, the innocent lives that are being lost. Look at World War I, World War II. The Civil War between us. We fought our own blood, the North and South, dude. We lost lives. Repaying evil for evil does not work long term. We've seen it over and over again. It's like it's like we're in a wheel right now where we just keep going back to the same problems, back to the same issues. Like, when are we going to overcome these type of issues? Like, for real, dude. To me, it's crazy, dude. I just cannot believe it. But my whole thing is dealing with protesters. I feel like there is peaceful protesters out there. When you go for violence, and I think this is why, like I said, why I believe Kyle should be serving some time in prison. Probably not life, but I believe he should be serving some time in prison because of his whole mindset about the whole situation here. You have to understand, dude. You go to a protest that a man got shot in the back 7 times. We do know now he's partly paralyzed. One of the bullet hit his spine. So I think, going to this whole situation with a gun, with an AR, I think automatically that's telling us something. That's telling us violence is on his mind. Hatred is in his heart. Self-defense. Come on, man. I've been hearing it so much, and I've been hearing people take his side saying, look, Cap, it's called self-defense here. And I'm thinking, really, man? A 17-year-old kid, man, self-defense, and you need an AR-15, dude? Come on. Like, I feel like that's just an escape route. That's just an easy way out to let him skate on. 2 lives were lost here, bro. 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, who cares, right? Who cares? Hey, it's self-defense, Cap. He had the right to kill both of these people. Come on, man. And I get it. One of the guys, a guy pointed a gun at him, so he had the right to shoot. And that, obviously, I don't understand this whole situation. I don't know what transpired. I don't know what was said. You know what I'm saying? If I had an AR-15 and the gun was pointed at me, I don't know. We just had to feel body language. Make sure, what do we feel like? You know what I'm saying? But most people would automatically shoot. But I 100% believe in the Bible. I believe, in the 10 Testaments, it says, thou shalt not kill. And I believe that to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing it in the media, people killing each other. We're killing our own people over and over again. And it's still going, dude. And I'm thinking, I'm scratching my head saying, when is the killing going to stop? When are we going to stop murdering people on the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real life Grand Theft Auto. For a minute, I thought I was in the video game. I turn on the TV and I'm seeing all this stuff happening. I have a huge problem with that. But overall, I obviously, we always want to forgive people, and we should always forgive people. And I definitely forgive Kyle for his mistake. And a lot of people are like, Cappy didn't make a mistake. Yes, he made a huge mistake, and that was showing up to this protest with a loaded AR-15, period. That was his number one mistake right there. Right there, his whole mindset was twisted in that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? No one can convince me different, dude. We could say this, say that. Showing up with an AR-15? Come on, man. I really think it's way off. I think it's way right. I think it's way evil. You know what I'm saying? Or way left, right, whatever you want to call it. I think it's evil. It's really hatred in the heart, and it's confusion. But moving forward as a society, not just dealing with Kyle, dealing with people out there that are bringing these types of guns to protest, I'd say don't, dude. We need peace out there. We don't want to keep killing each other. We don't want to go to war. We need love here in America and in the world more than ever. Let's go!